If you're a VR player, chances are you have already heard of Smash Drums. The game has a reputation for being one of the best music rhythm games you can play today. And after playing it myself for the first time on PSVR2, I now fully understand where that reputation comes from. The game is so much fun, but also very exhausting. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, welcome if you're new. Today we're taking a look at one of the awesome games launching on PSVR2 this crazy month, Smash Drums from Works. The game actually releases tomorrow, Thursday, May 15th. The standard edition will cost $19.99 USD/euros and includes 58 songs, so there is plenty of content. But if you want access to even more songs, then you can buy the premium edition for $54.99 USD or 59.99 euros, which includes an additional 35 premium songs. Or you can start by purchasing the standard edition and then add 5 premium songs per pack for $5.99 USD/6.99 euros each. Now the price of the premium edition may seem a bit too high, but in my opinion, it is worth it, as it adds many iconic songs like my personal favorite, Zombie from the Cranberries. Okay, so Smash Drums has been around on Quest since 2021. What does PSVR2 bring to the table? Well, quite a lot actually. We have real-time lighting, new effects such as dynamic shadows, improved textures, more detailed environments, although the game falls short in this area. I'll talk about that later. Eye track, dynamic foveated rendering, and 3 display modes, social, fidelity, and performance. Both social and fidelity modes run at a locked 90 frames per second. Fidelity mode is a bit sharper, while social mode is best for capturing footage, as it includes cinematic third-person camera angles, allowing for great-looking gameplay footage. And then you have the performance mode, which sacrifices VFX quality for sickest mode 120 FPS. Okay, maybe I'm exaggerating a bit when I use the word sacrifice, because in my opinion there is really not much of a difference. I mean sure, I can notice a small decrease in fidelity when going from the fidelity mode to the performance mode, but it's not a huge difference, so my recommendation is, if you're playing this game on base PS5 and you want to capture some footage, then stick with the default social mode. But if you're not looking to capture footage, then choose the performance mode, as you will benefit more from that native 120 FPS. However, if you're playing this game on a PS5 Pro, then things change a bit. On the PS5 Pro, the fidelity mode also runs at a native 120 FPS, so that makes it the ideal mode for anyone not thinking about capturing footage. The PSVR2 version also supports adaptive triggers and headset feedback, but I found the implementation here to be gimmicky and not worth highlighting, especially the headset feedback, which was pretty much useless to me. You see, you can turn on headset feedback by enabling flying debris, and how this works is if the player fails to avoid the debris and gets hit on the head, the headset will vibrate. I found this to be pointless and distracting, so I ended up leaving it off. I appreciated the adaptive triggers implementation more, even though it is utilized in only 2 ways. The first force resistance is set at about mid-range to validate menu choices. Pushing the trigger all the way down triggers the drumstick spinning mode, and the adaptive triggers vibrates once per full drumstick rotation, and that's about it. Nothing game-changing, just a small touch from the developer to make sure they give the adaptive trigger some love. Now when it comes to the haptic feedback, oh boy, that's a different story. Let's just say I cannot imagine what's it like to play this game without haptic feedback. It is such a game changer in terms of immersion. Every smash feels different, every drum feels different. I might be exaggerating here, but that's genuinely how I felt. The developer did a fantastic job utilizing the Sense controller's haptic feedback, and I absolutely love to see it. In terms of gameplay modes, there are 3. Arcade and Fusion modes are my favorites, given that they are beginner-friendly if you choose lower difficulty settings, of course. And they are very similar. The only difference between them is the drum's position, which is arbitrary in Arcade and aligned to the drum kit in Fusion. And the third mode, which is by far the most challenging, is Classic mode. In this mode, you need to read the notes and translate them into proper movements. It may seem like a piece of cake, but trust me, it is a lot harder than it looks. Now, part of what makes Smash Drums a very fun and engaging video game is the wide range of options that can either make your life a lot easier or a lot harder. If you're someone like me who just want to have some fun, you don't care about your score, you don't want to be in the top 10 on the leaderboards, then you should choose an easier difficulty level and definitely not choose any modifiers that can complicate things for you. But if you are a competitive gamer or maybe a professional drummer, then by all means, you're allowed to go crazy in the settings and opt for the most challenging experience. I don't recommend doing that after work, and I'm speaking from personal experience, but by all means, knock yourself out. One thing you should be aware of though is that the game doesn't have multiplayer on PSVR2. According to the developer, multiplayer flopped on Quest. There was no interest whatsoever, and that is why they chose to spend their time focusing on enhancing the single player experience on PSVR2. And I would say they did an amazing job on that front, except for one thing. The environments don't look great. I didn't like the art style, you can say that's subjective, but I also didn't like the visual fidelity. They look okay for a Quest game I suppose, but definitely not good enough for a PSVR2 game. And that's pretty much my only complaint regarding Smash ROMs on PSVR2. Other than that, I am very pleased with this game. I am very pleased with the PSVR2 version. I highly recommend it to every PSVR2 owner. I think the price is right, the replayability is endless, the value is certainly there, many iconic songs, and a stellar implementation of haptic feedback. Overall, it's a very polished game, making it a welcome addition to the PSVR2 library. And that's gonna have to do it for this review, guys. Let me know in the comments below if you're going to pick up Smash ROMs on PSVR2 or not. I think I made it very obvious that you should. And remember, for more PSVR2 news, reviews, and discussions, make sure you stick with MBG.